Jane Group of Companies is a dynamic group of companies. The parent company, the original parent company, Jamaica National Building Society, has been around for over 145 years. In 2017, the group reorganized itself, and in that reorganization, we preserved the concept of mutuality. So the group was reorganized in two separate groups of companies, a financial group and a non-financial group. The mutuality resides with a parent company called Jamaica National Group Limited. In the financial group of companies, we have diverse companies such as bank, Jane Bank. We have a general insurance company, a life insurance company, a remittance company, a fund managers company. On the non-financial side, our companies include Jamaica Automobile Association, a debt collection company, TCS. We have a creative entity called the Creative Unit, and we have a property management company called Jane Properties. Jane has been a pioneer in terms of leveraging technology, and we continue to do that. At the Jane Group, we see the technology as an enabling tool which facilitates convenience for our customers. The customers are demanding convenient and more self-service options in terms of transacting business with the Jane Group of companies. And so we've continued to further that in this new dispensation. So we're promoting the use of our Jane Live platform, which is one of the best in the island. One of our member companies, JNGI, or General Insurance Companies, has an online portal where customers are able to renew motor vehicle insurance without having to come into the branches. So we continue to build on what we had developed before in terms of our platform, our technology platform, and we continue to improve on it as we participate in the new reality. So the COVID pandemic is a crisis, but with crisis does come opportunities. And so our mantra here is never waste a crisis. And so like other organizations, we have adapted ourselves both in terms of our staff and as well as the customers. So in terms of customers, we are observing the national orders from the government in terms of social distancing, enhanced sanitization, persons with comorbidities. We're facilitating those persons by reaching out to them through our online portals. We're also accommodating elderly persons in terms of serving them during preferential times, during our opening hours. In terms of our staff, we are pursuing work from home as a permanent solution. We already had work from home in Jane. Some of our departments already had what we call remote working or telecommuting. We're now moving that to a permanent part of our strategy, our engagement strategy with the staff. And that has required adjustments in terms of retrofitting the employees with the equipment, the hardware, as well as the software to enable them to work from home. The entire mortgage process, from sales right through to disbursement of the mortgage, that has been targeted. And we went about it in a very clinical and scientific way. We have a department called Enterprise Project Management Office, and they function like internal consultants. So they went about data collection, clinically identifying each job, asking questions about the duties performed, flow charting the processes that are involved in processing a mortgage, identifying the equipment, both hardware and software requirements, and then determining whether or not the jobs could be performed working remotely. So we're starting with the mortgage department. From there, we move to the finance department. But more importantly, what we've done is to come up with a model which all of the member companies will use the model to assess their own situations to see which departments or which functions can work from home. If I might add, during the advent of COVID, we contacted our member companies and most indicated that up to 70% of their employees can work remotely. Not every job can be performed remotely, and there will always be some requirement for direct interface with the customer. But the majority of the back office functions that support those persons who deal with the customers, those are the ones that we are targeting to work from home. So even if the customer has to come into the office, we will minimize the need for them to come on multiple occasions. Where possible, we will use the technology to interface with the customer, send them the required documents, and that includes not just sending them documents, but the use of electronic signatures to pass documents between us and the customers.
COVID has shattered businesses. Many businesses have closed, schools Many individuals are also suffering from loss of jobs, and so persons are anxious. They are concerned about their well-being, how they're going to be managing their expenses. And so what JN has done, the JN Group, we have put forward a comprehensive program to address the needs of these businesses, individuals, communities. And one of the things that we focused on was to put forward solutions that would assist persons managing their loans. So with JN Bank and also other member companies within the group, such as JNSBL, members have the opportunity to defer their loan payments up to 12 months. And JN Bank is the only financial institution that is actually giving such a long period for payment holiday. So persons have the opportunity to benefit from reduced interest rates or no payments at all from a deferred payment. We have also put forward solutions, mortgage solutions, where persons can access the equity within their home to cover their monthly expenses, what we call a readvance loan. So if you're an existing member with JN Bank and you have contributed to your mortgage payments over time, you can actually access your principal payments, which is money that you would have paid up over time, and that you can have access to cover your monthly expenses. To benefit from this deferred payment, they would have to be have an existing loan with JN. They would also have to be making their payments on a monthly basis on time. And once that is being done, we evaluate and assess their current position, how they have been affected by COVID. And it's a discussion that the individual will have with their sales officer, relationship person, and we'll evaluate what's the best solution. So not everyone would be beneficial to have a no payment at all. But what we'll do is assess and advise what is the best solution for the customer. So it may be that the customer would benefit better from a reduced payment rather than a no payment. And so the process is not tedious. The process is not for the individual to bring in a number of documents. It's really a conversation with your loan officer once you're an existing member. For businesses, so we understand, especially persons who are in the tourism sector, persons who have been severely affected by COVID, we understand the concerns. And so what businesses are looking for during this time is, to manage their cash flows. Businesses want to know that they can keep their doors open. And so with JN Bank, we're committed to helping businesses keep their doors open. We're committed to helping businesses to resolve their issues that they're experiencing now. And by doing so, what we have put forward is working capital support. So businesses can come to us for revolving loans at reduced rates. They can also benefit from payment holidays as well. Businesses can, different businesses will have unique situations. So we're not putting everything in a box. We're saying that come to us, we'll be able to customize our solution to meet your needs. Especially for business, they're unique in every way. Each business are going through their own issues, and so we are here to help, and we're here to provide flexible solutions.
At JN Small Business Loans, we serve the micro and small business sector, really offering loans as low as $30,000 all the way up to $15 million. At JN Small Business Loans, a lot has changed, so we've had to learn to operate remotely. Our credit relations team, who are the major players in terms of client engagement, they really have had to resort now to really engaging with clients via phone, as opposed to our normal face-to-face contact, which we look forward to. So that is now going to be a prominent part of how we operate, using the varying technologies to ensure that we can still meet with our clients, ensuring that we understand how their business is operating, even though we have to be remote. Of course, our other teams, we've had to stagger them to ensure that we are really abiding by all the guidelines that have been instructed by the government of Jamaica. And so in terms of At office presence, a lot has changed, but we're really ramping up on all efforts through our call center, through our client engagement units to ensure that we stay in contact with our clients as much as we can. To date, we have approximately 20,000 clients on our portfolio, but of those 20,000, they employ on average 2 to 3 persons within the micro sector and up to 10 persons within the small business sector. And so we have been supporting jobs of approximately 200,000 over our lifetime, and we're really looking to ensure that that is multiplied, and of course we know that that extends, that benefit and that engagement extends to the family unit and the communities in which our clients live. So we have really taken time to really look at what has happened in COVID, how our clients have been affected, and we've designed a suite of lifeline products to specifically assist persons as they go through these difficult times. Of course, our products have been so defined to cater to the micro sector separately and importantly from the small business sector. So for the micro sector, our clients are able to borrow loans as high as 1.5 million, starting as low as 30,000, and will be able to repay those over a period of 36 months. We're extending that both to new clients who are able to take advantage of opportunities, and of course to our existing clients who are facing difficulties at this time. On the small business side, our clients are able to borrow as high as 8 million over a period of 8 years. So really extending those terms to ensure persons are able to afford the loan products and are able to pay back. These products, of course, are cushioned by our guarantee program. So in cases where persons are unable to find the collateral that would normally be required for these loans, we are extending certain facilities for them, and as well as moratoriums to ensure that persons are not stressed in the early periods of the recovery, to ensure that they have principal moratoriums, and in special cases extending payment holidays and the interest moratoriums to ensure persons are able to afford the products. Our requirements are fairly simple. On the micro side, we require, of course, persons' ID and TRN reason for loan payments. We do recognize that our micro players may not have financial statements as our small business operators, and so we help our clients to put together, once they have their receipts and evidence of payments, etc., we help them to put together those cash flow inputs that are necessary for them to qualify for the loans. For our small business operators, of course, we want to ensure that they have management accounts, and in some cases we recommend that they have audited financial statements. But of course, we recognize that that may be a challenge during these difficult moments, and we choose to work with our clients as much as possible to ensure that we can satisfy their needs. And so as they respond during this time to the recovery, they also have an opportunity to think carefully about the future and implement those technologies. So we have a product that's at 4% per annum, and certainly that will go a long way in helping them to implement those technologies. So we have that. We also have an active partnership with the Tourism Enhancement Fund that allows our persons within that sphere, hoteliers, juta operators, restaurant entrepreneurs, the wide gamut of persons along the tourism value chain to borrow up to 5 million at 5% for 5 years. So we have those other options, as well as another internal product that is now available at 9.5% per annum. So as COVID has presented itself, it's really presented a variation of problems for our clients across Jamaica. Persons who have been locked in to communities, haven't been able to come out and do business, so businesses that have either been totally closed or businesses that have seen reduced demand for their products and services. So the issues that we are faced with are more than financial issues as far as our clients are concerned, but social issues that require our support in ensuring that clients can really recover. So as we journey with our clients, we really journey through their life.